Standard disclaimer, I tend to go off on tangents, so content warning for my entire channel. Also, I am not an expert on anything I talk about. I'm just an internet troll, explaining his view of the world. Throwing it back to more recently recorded me for the actual episode. Hello and welcome once again to Lyrical Poetry, the only show hosted by somebody who claims to be an anthropomorphic talking wombat. It has been unintentionally dark around here lately, so let's complain about capitalists. That always lifts the mood. Unchain Utopia was written by Simone Simmons for Epica's 6th studio album, The Quantum Enigma, which was released in 2014. The writer of the song is the band's singer, which is actually different from most of this band's songs, so sort of interesting. I don't have much time for writing, my kid has been all up in my recording space, so let's get into this as fast as possible before she comes back. We're in a time where all enterprises fall. We should beware of the wolves that haunt us. They are not all the same, cannot take the blame. Await the time to unchain Utopia. Am I the only one who sees the troubled lines? Reading elusive writings on the mirror. Is there a way that we can all erase mistakes and start anew? Don't mislead us and stop stabbing with blunt knives. Liberty Unchained. We're in a time when all enterprises fall. We should beware of the wolves that haunt us. They are not all the same, cannot take the blame. Await the time to unchain Utopia. What is the reason to wreck hopes and all our dreams? You're leaving endless riddles for the masses. Does it make sense to mend the cracks that you hide behind our backs? It's afflicted by a virus of the brain. Liberty Unchained. Recite the insane. We're in a time where all enterprises fall. We should beware of the wolves that haunt us. They are not all the same, cannot take the blame. We should beware of the lives that are at stake, before it's all too late. Can we believe it all? Should we all take the fall? Our backs against the wall. United we stand tall. Why should we all believe you carry your own burden? We won't succumb to your delusion now. Why should we all believe you carry your own burden? We won't succumb to your deceiving games. Conquer the insane. United we stand tall. Time to free ourselves once more from the ball and chain. When I don't got a topic for the week, anti-capitalism's got me. Am I the only one who sees the troubled lines? Reading elusive writings on the mirror. I hear that. Expressing problems with capitalism around certain people will make you feel like you're taking crazy pills. Oh no, Jeff Bezos just works 100 billion times harder than me. I'm a simp. Is there a way that we can all erase mistakes and start anew? Don't mislead us and stop stabbing with blunt knives. I think this is a reference to the Great Reset. The Great Reset is something put forward by the World Economic Forum. It's a lot of on the surface really nice setting stuff that'll reset people's debt and other stuff, and on the surface it all sounds like socialist good stuff, but it's actually just a ploy to keep capitalists in power. The Great Reset isn't it, Chief. Capitalism can't be reformed or reset, and the people with the power don't actually want to, so it's a moot point anyway. The World Economic Forum's been bashing on about the Great Reset for most of my adult life. It ain't happening, and even if it did, it wouldn't be good. It's just an attempt to mislead us and stab us with a blunter knife. This sort of feeling comes into it in the next verse with, does it make sense to mend the cracks that you hide behind our backs? It's afflicted by a virus of the brain. Billionaires spend what seems like a lot of money on charity, but what they're actually just doing is hiding the cracks in society that their own wealth creates. It's the money equivalent of sweeping a problem under the rug that you caused. You see, a lot of our problems are caused by the fact that billionaires are hoarding wealth in the first place. So when they give a minuscule fraction of that back to charity, it's not really a charity. As a percentage of my wealth, I've given more money to charity than any billionaire ever will, and I haven't even given all that much. They really don't give that much. And quite frankly, somebody like Bill Gates shouldn't get to unilaterally decide what diseases get fought. He's not even a scientist. Here at the end is what I think is the armor-piercing question. Why should we all believe you carry your own burden? There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire or billionaire. Society helped you get there. So we should all unite. Why should we all believe they carry their own burden? We won't succumb to their deceiving games. We'll conquer the insane. United we stand tall. Time to free ourselves once more from the ball and chain. I missed it by a lot, but happy May Day, everybody. That was on the 1st. I'll see you whenever I can record again. That's the show. If you like what I do, why? Also, share, like, and subscribe. If you really like what I do, I'm still not understanding why, but you can leave me money at my Patreon, which will be linked in my description box. Remember those? That's what those are for. If you don't like what I do, make sure to down thumb this video, because it drives engagement. See you next time.